A shift in the demand or supply curve occurs when the quantity demanded or offered changes and the price remains the same, like a shift in the demand curve. A shift in the supply curve implies that the original supply curve has shifted. That is, the quantity offered is affected by a factor other than price. In practice, people's willingness to offer and demand a good determines the equilibrium price in the market, or the price at which the quantity people are willing to offer is exactly equal to the quantity people demand. Thus, movement along the demand curve occurs as the price of the commodity changes and the quantity demanded changes in accordance with the original demand ratio. Therefore, movement along the supply curve occurs when the price of the good changes and the quantity supplied changes according to the original supply ratio. Shifts along the demand curve mean that the original demand ratio has changed, which means that a factor other than price affects the quantity demanded. On the demand curve, a shift means a change in both price and quantity demand from one point of the curve to another, over longer periods of time. However, suppliers may increase or decrease the amount of a product they put on the market, depending on the price they expect to demand. In general, people are willing to offer more and demand less when the price goes up, and vice versa when the price goes down. In this scenario, supply will be minimized and demand maximized, resulting in an increase in price. A shift in the supply curve would occur. For example, if a natural disaster caused a large shortage of hops, brewers would be forced to offer less beer at the same price. The law of demand states that, all else being equal, the higher the price of a good, the fewer people will demand it. For example, if the price of a bottle of beer is 2, and the amount of beer demanded increases from Q1 to Q2, the demand for beer will change. Conversely, if the price of a bottle of beer is 2 and the quantity of beer supplied decreases from Q1 to Q2, there will be a change in the supply of beer. In other words, in this case, the supply curve is a vertical line, whereas the demand curve always has a downward trend due to the law of diminishing marginal utility.